So Rudy Gobert has agreed on a 5-year, $205 million extension with Utah, and this was definitely a surprise to most people on Twitter, especially. And this was definitely an overpay. Well, if you do take it into consideration, Rudy's Gobert actual value is questionable to some people, but he is definitely a valuable player. Don't get that confused. But if you compare it to centers around the league and how Rudy especially on the offensive side of the ball, because Rudy is not special on that side, but defensively he is amazing, and we all know that. But they locked themselves into Donovan Mitchell already. That was an amazing move. That was definitely better than this move, to say the least. But now they have gave Rudy Gobert close to a supermax. Well, he told Utah he wants the supermax, and he is eligible for it. But then the thing is Rudy Gobert actually worth the supermax? Because that's definitely a question. And you can tell Utah didn't want to give him the supermax in the first place just because they offered him a max contract. And yeah, maybe Rudy is worth a max. I wouldn't say he's not worth a max, but a supermax, that is definitely a question. And he declined the max extension a few days ago, and he made it obvious to Utah's team saying, "Hey, I want the supermax." And I guess they worked something out because he got close to it. Not exactly a supermax, but still, that is a lot of money to be paying Rudy Gobert. And I would definitely say this is an overpay. And I've seen other people's opinion on Twitter talking about how Rudy doesn't deserve this money. And I've seen people say he does, because his defense is amazing. One of the best in the league. That is not a question. But his offense needs some work. He doesn't space the floor. He can only score at the rim. But if you are the Utah Jazz general manager, Rudy Gobert is too valuable of a player to just let walk, and we all know that. So maybe there could be a sign and trade situation happening here, but I highly doubt he's being traded from Utah, because Rudy has brought them to the playoffs for the past few years, and we don't even talk about that really, because Donovan Mitchell gets all the credit, but Rudy has been holding down the paint for years, just growing into a better player mostly every single year. And I would say he needs some more credit than he's given, because I don't see many people talking about Utah and their success they have had in the past few years, because they have definitely been successful. They haven't made it very far in the playoffs, but I would definitely say they have been a consistent team. And with Rudy able to just walk away from that situation, I feel like that is the last thing Utah would want. But then again, the question is he worth that money though? And I would say no, he's not. A few situations that could possibly happen is he is traded. A few teams I could imagine Rudy Gobert on is especially the Boston Celtics. Well, they did sign Tristan Thompson this year, but he is Tristan Thompson, so it really depends what your view on Tristan Thompson. But Boston is definitely a team I could imagine Rudy on and being successful on. Another team that comes to mind is the Mavericks, but they do have Kristaps though. And even though he is able to play the 4, I just feel like he would be a better 5. I just don't know why. But yeah, the Mavericks are another team I can imagine him on. Basically, he does have value all over the league, but it's just the money problem. That's the main problem, because he's going to want a lot of money, because he sees a lot more value in himself, than most other people. And I don't blame him for that. But most people just have to realize he is a very valuable team to Utah specifically. He has helped that team for years, and maybe that's a reward for that. Who knows? He did have a bit of a rough past few months. We all know about that situation, and yeah, maybe trading Rudy might be the best, considering that Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert situation, because we still don't know what's up with that. But I'm assuming it's repaired now, because mistakes happen, we all make them, but that was kind of just a stupid one. But I highly doubt they're still having those problems as they did before. And yeah, Rudy Gobert, he deserved the money, but at the same time, is he really worth it? I don't know if that makes sense. Can somebody tell me if that makes sense in the comments? But yeah, I am excited to see Utah this season, because hopefully Mike Conley is playing like Mike Conley, because we all know the past season he had. Joe Ingles should be back to
Joe Ingles when they played OKC. What year is that? 2018, 19. I could low-key forgot. But yeah, I'm excited for Utah this season for real because they're a good team, but their ceiling for me is probably the Western Conference Finals, and I can't even see them making the Western Conference Finals. They should get better pieces around their two best players. But like I said before, that is their team. And they need to work with that team specifically because they can't go around saying, hey, let's sign this player for a lot of money because they don't have the money to. Or maybe if there's always a way you can create cap space to sign other players, but it's not easy to say the least. But yeah, to summarize this video, Rudy is an amazing player, but he's being paid a lot of money. Just think about it like this. About a week ago, Giannis signed a Supermax. Giannis got paid a little bit over 20 million more than him. That's not a lot. And I guess we could all agree that Giannis is definitely a better player than Rudy by a lot. And just thinking about it like that. So yeah, I don't blame Utah for paying Rudy though, because he's too valuable of a player to lose, but then the value of the money is a question. Oh yeah, if you're a Utah fan, don't forget to comment down in the comments about what you think about this contract, because I'm really interested in a point of view of a Jazz fan of what they think about it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.